We started our class with the metaphor of the moon. The moon orbits the earth, and in course of the orbit, because of the play of light and rotation, it appears to wax and wane. But the actual object of the moon neither diminishes nor increases. The moon is a metaphor for our lives, for our different relationships, for our condition of health, or our status at work. And because we are always comparing all these with what other people have, we perceive a lack or a fullness. We perceive states of good and bad. We perceive the different moons in our life diminishing or growing. But that is only because we are blessed and cursed with the human mind that is always comparing and judging. But if you look at a cactus, it grows in a desert. If it were to have a human mind, it would compare itself with flowers growing in beautiful gardens and feel this is unfair. Why do I have this arid desert to grow in? But if it was planted in a well-watered landscape, it would wither because it's designed to grow the best in less water. Each of us are unique. Every relationship, every circumstance in our life is unique for us and perfectly designed for our growth. So the moon is always whole. Our hearts are always full. Our lives are always complete. Only the mind sees the moon waxing and waning. So shut your eyes. Just think of an area in your life where you feel the moon is missing. Others have such loving relationships with their parents, spouse, or friend. I don't. My moon is missing. But remind yourself, whatever you have is perfectly designed for you. Because as Sri Aurobindo says, a blind God is not destiny's architect. A conscious power has drawn the plan of life. There is a meaning in each curve and line. So just repeat in your heart, the moon is always full. My heart is always whole. My life is complete. Repeat this, keeping what you feel a lack of in your life 2-3 times. The moon is always full. My heart is always whole. My life is complete as it is. And when you see life like this, these beautiful words of Karen Miller stands out when she's looking at life without judgment. Looking at a garden, she says, I saw a multitude of iridescent greens, a foreground, a background, the seamless whole of 3 dimensions, colors with no names because I wasn't naming them, beauty beyond measure because I wasn't measuring it, a view unspoiled because I wasn't judging it, the shine of sky making everything visible, everything vivid, even with shadows, with the radiance of being alive. When you see your life, bring it to life. The awakened mind has 2 attributes. compassion and clarity. When you see, really see, you just love. When you love, really love, you just see. You see things as they are, not as you expect. And in that wide open space is love. So, when we really see without our judgments, without our preconditioned perceptions, then paradise is in plain sight, as Karen Miller would say. What is this paradise? The God presence that lies veiled in everything. Sri Aurobindo's words from Savitri. In all we feel His presence and His power. A blaze of His sovereign glory is the sun. A glory is the gold and glimmering moon. A glory is His dream of purple sky. A march of His greatness are the wheeling stars. His laughter of beauty breaks out in green trees. His moments of beauty triumph in a flower. If brutal masks are there and evil acts, they are incidents of His vast and varied plot. His great and dangerous dramas needed steps. He makes with these and all His passion play, a play and yet no play, but the deep scheme of a transcendent wisdom, finding ways to meet her Lord in the shadow and the night. So that's how we bring this class into our life. Whenever we find any lack, any incompletion, we just shut our eyes and say, Moon is always full. My heart is always whole. My life is always complete. Anything else is imagination of my mind. Let me not get carried away with it.